Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of Stone Block 2. Guys, this pack is coming along really good. I'm having a lot of fun. Last episode, we set up, I think, a smeltery here. We've got the input right here. We've got our output over here. And we've got our lava generation and power over here. At least a little bit of power anyway. Enough to keep our flux spores that we got from them loot bags in check. Now, this episode, I want to start off by automating wood production because it's something that we don't have just yet. So I want to set up a tree farm. And then I don't know what I'm going to do after that. We'll have to wait and see how long that takes me. But first of all, I want to start off this episode by seeing the usual 9 stacks of sand, gravel, and dust just to see what we can get from it. So, if you're looking forward to this episode, do me a favor. Leave it a like. Hit subscribe. Ring that bell. And let's get into the episode. Is it me or does it feel like we're getting less and less? I must have got unlucky. I mean, we did get a fair amount of stuff. But we only got 2 diamonds from 9 stacks of gravel. Seems a bit low if you ask me. But we did manage to get a fair amount of chunks. And there's some left over in this chest. But since our smeltery does stacks to 64, I'm just going to put them in stacks of 64. But the next thing that we need to do is to start work on the tree farm. And I think we're going to go over... I think I'm actually going to hollow out the building of where it's going to go. I've got a really, really cool idea. It's going to be a room very similar to this. And we're going to have the walls are going to be made out of the wood that it's producing. So the acacia one will have acacia. The oak one will have oak. I think it's going to look really, really cool. But I do need to hollow out an area for it first. So I've managed to get some work done. As we start coming into the industrial section, there's this little room right here that is going to spread off in 2 different ways. This way is going to be where we do the tree farm. And I thought we could do a little bit of planning together. Now, I'm thinking what we want to do is we want to have a log of whatever tree we're going to have here. Along with our trees here. So, let's just find I don't have a other block. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then another block. So, if we just put the logs like this. And then we'll have the exact same going on the other side. I think about 3. So we do this like so. And I thought we'd do a little bit of planning together. And I want to have this going on the exact same episode. We'll have all of the drops gathered in this bit right here. So we'll bring that out again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I need to open up a little bit more space. The room itself is now dug out and looking good. This is where it's going to go. We're going to have a farm in this one, in this one, in this one, in this one. And probably in a couple of these. We are going to have 2 alcoves completely free. Because there's only 6 types of wood. There's acacia, birch, dark oak, jungle, spruce, and regular oak. There's not actually any anything else. There are others in the pack. So we'll keep 2 available for if we ever want any of those. But this tree farm is going to be fully automated. And you are going to have to do nothing to it once you set it up. It will continually run. You won't even have to give it power. It's a little bit on the slow side because we don't use power, but that's why I've gone ahead and got 8 slots for each. I did originally go with 6, but I've gone with 8. But now we need to actually look at the farm. We're going to start by building the farm, starting from the collection side of things. So, starting with the storage, we are going to be storing them in regular chests. So this is where they're going to go. So I do need to take out these cobblestone now, which is one thing I didn't think about. Now we're actually ready to start this bit. So we're going to start from the actual storage, like I said. And we're going to say that everything is going to end up, we'll say there. This is where all of our items are going to be in. We're going to have a better storage with a double chest. But for right now, we're just going to go with the double chest. And I'm going to put it, I want it all to go into here. So yeah, I'm going to be using, you know what? Do I use item dogs? Yeah, why not? Go on. Could use hoppers, but I think, yeah. Item dogs are what we've got. So I'm just going to take these all around this gap that I've done. I want to go down here, though, because I want it to go under the floor. Looking much better. And I think we're going to start with this section right here. We're going to go regular chest. Then we're going to put a stone chest next to it because this is 1.12. So you can't put regular chests next to each other. And we're just going to go around like so. Just there we go. That's how it's going to go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a servo on the bottom of each of these. Like so. And we're going to tell this to extract without a signal on each. and every one. Remember, these chests are going to be the output for our farm. Now, you could use a storage drawer. You could use anything that has storage. I'm just choosing to use a chest as like a buffer. Because ultimately, everything is going to end up right here in this chest. And this is not going to be the final storage. We are going to do something really cool with storage drawers here. But for right now, I just want to kind of have this going. But now that we've got these in place, what we need to do is we need to actually work on the farm itself. And for this, I'm going to need some iron. I'm also going to need some hoppers, and I'm going to need some wood. Just quickly before we get into making the actual tree farm itself, I want to show off that I've actually gone ahead and put the chests in all the places. And the servos, which is looking really, really good. This room is going to look so cool when it's finally done. I've got a really awesome design for it. But the next thing that we're going to need is we are going to need to make up the actual farm itself. For this, we're going to need two major things. The first thing is I'm going to need 5 stacks of brick, a stack or 2 of dirt, and the last thing that we're going to need to make this tree farm work is some hoppers. Now, these have to be regular hoppers. They cannot be wooden hoppers. Wooden hoppers will not work. So the tree farm that we are going to make is going to be fully automated, but I also wanted to show you its predecessor that we've completely skipped. So you just need brick to make yourself one of these bonsai pots. We're going to be skipping this particular farm right here, but I thought I'd showcase how it worked. Basically, you take the bonsai pot, you put some soil into, in this case, dirt. You grab yourself a sapling, you right-click the sapling in there, and that sapling is going to grow. It's going to grow within that one block. When it does finally grow, you'll get an advancement, grow a bonsai tree. But what do you do now? Well, you just get your axe and you right-click it, and then that will mine the tree. We didn't even get any wood from that, so you don't always get wood, but then it's going to start again. So you can just like hold here, hold shift and right-click. Well, I guess you can't hold shift and right-click because you have to wait till it's finally done. But we're not going to be using this one because this one, like I said, I want one that is fully automatic. I don't want to have one that's going to take some time. So to make one that's fully automatic, we first need to make a few more of these regular ones. Here we go. Look, bonsai pots. Then we just take the bonsai pot and the hopper and we put them in together. And then what that does is that creates these hopping bonsai pots. Grab a couple more of the saplings because we are going to need some of these. Head over to our tree farm. And what these do, because these are fully automatic, they output to an inventory. In this case, the chests that we are then placing them on top. And they work very, very similar to how the previous ones work. We need to add soil into them. And then what we need to do is add a sapling into each. Whichever sapling we wish to grow, we just put in. I'm going to be doing 8 because, like I said, these are a bit slow and they do take a little bit of time. So 8 is going to generate 8 times more than what 1 would. So they're nearly done. We're at 85%. And when they're done, you'll see that they actually end up here in this chest, their drops, which is great. Now, I want to send all of the drops that we get over to this one chest, and that's why we've done these down below. But I broke one just to show you how it works. So you don't really have to do anything other than just to leave this to run. They can automatically grow. They're going to trip their drops in here, and eventually all those drops will find their way into this chest. Because these are the regular item ducks, it is going to take us a little bit of time to get those over there. But they will eventually end up here. So I've gone ahead and I've put the bonsai pots in on all sides. We've already got them all in. This oak farm is now working a treat. You can see that we're getting some drops, almost up to a stack of oak wood in just a couple of minutes. So that's really, really good. But we need the other saplings. Now, unfortunately, I already have them all. But what if you don't? Now, I'm assuming if you've come this far in Stoneblock, you already know how to get saplings. But I'm just going to show it off real quick because it is just a few seconds to do this. All you got to do is place some dirt down, grab your crook, mine the dirt. Does it have to be I think it has to be a stone crook. Take 2. With the stone crook. There we go. Yeah, it has to be the stone crook. There we go. We got a bunch of saplings. You can do with this with pretty much any sapling that you choose. A lot of modded saplings also work, I found. So if you want to do this with a modded tree, go ahead and give it a go. If you can place the tree in it, then the farm is going to work. But now I need to get all of these trees put in place. So I've got most of them in place. And by most of them, I mean I don't have enough saplings to fill them in completely. So I'm just going to let them run for a little bit. But I thought we'd do some building on camera. We haven't done any in a while. I wanted to show you the kind of style that I'm going to go for. So these are going to be 2 wide pillars either side. And what we're going to do is we're going to take out this one of each. And we're going to use oak wood like this. Now, this oak wood is going to be whatever the wood is. So this side would be spruce wood, but this side is going to be oak wood. Now this is going to be the floor down here. And what I want to do down here on the floor is I want to mirror exactly what we've got going on in here. So we'll just use oak wood here. We'll use oak wood here. And we'll bring it out just to like that. And then down the middle, we're going to go with the uniform that we've been going for. I think that's a little bit too strong. Let's try the small bricks. We're going to go with what we've pretty much been using everywhere else, just to keep it in style like this. I think this looks really, really good. Yeah, I do like this. I do like this. And then what we need to do is we need to take this up a bit. Now, with the pillars in place, we can start by doing what's going to go behind it, which is going to be the wood that we are growing. So we'll put this wood here like so. And we'll bring this like all the way up behind. I think it's going to look really cool. Just imagine this. Come on. I missed 1.18 where you can place like that, or 1.17. But imagine this kind of design with all of the wood type behind it. I know we're kind of going back to the wood age and away from the industrial age over here, but I think this is going to suit the tree farm a lot better. Now all I need to do is kind of get the rest of this in place. Like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring these to sort of somewhat cover up the chests right here. And then what I want to do is I want to add in another one, probably back here. Now, I am going to warn you. You need at least an air block above these. So you can't put a block right above these. Otherwise, these are going to stop growing. You need at least 2 blocks. So I think what we do is we do that. And then we sort of somewhat bring it up a bit like this. Again, using the same wood that's going to be sort of detailing this. And then I think the next bit is bringing it out to here, which is going to be one of those there. Or one of those there, because we definitely want to use the logs. I like that going across as opposed to down. Yeah. I like them better the other way around. And then keeping it in theme with the industrial district, we're going to pop some brick going down the center right here. I think it's going to look really, really cool once it's done. We're obviously going to continue the logs up here. I think I'm kind of... Actually, no, I'm not going to continue the logs on this particular bit. We are going to go with this. Just because this middle bit is going to be where both ends meet, so it's a fight for which log takes priority. But yeah, that's one side done. I think it looks really, really cool. Now I need to get this side done. I think once we've got another side in, it's going to start looking a little bit better. The way is in place on this side. This is going to be, again, a generic one for anything additional that we want to grow. I'm not going to have a purposely built farm here. This might be, we decided to build part of the base out of modded wood, and I need some of that wood. So, boom, we can put that in there. So on and so forth. I haven't done this side yet because I'm running into an issue where my chests are overflowing. So I wanted to look at the storage that we're going to use. And we're going to use something called storage drawers. We'll grab a couple of these logs. For storage drawers, what we're going to need is... that's not how you make a chest. That's how you make a chest. Or at least that's how you make it in this mod pack. So we'll do that. And I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to have something a little bit different. So I think I'm going to go with acacia. And we're going to use something from storage drawers, which I'm not going to have enough wood here to make 64, but that's fine. I don't think I even need 64. 32 should be fine. And it's these basic drawers right here. And what these do is they store a large quantity of one particular item. So I'm just going to build this up here. And what we can do is we can do blah, blah, blah. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to grab, we're going to start with, shall we do it no. Let's keep it just simple. Let's take oak wood because that's our first one. Oak wood. Here, we'll put oak wood up here. Then what we'll do is we'll take the oak saplings, wherever they are, this right here. Put them below it, and then we'll take the oak leaves. Where are the oak leaves? And we'll put them there, so we can start storing the wood like so. And there we are, the storage drawers are in place, but this is only somewhat temporary, because I still have to go to this chest and take them out. Now, we can hook up item ducts to the back of this thing for sure, but that would require having one going into the back of each and every single one. And there is a better way to do it. There is something in this pack called a drawer controller. If we look at this here, drawer... I don't know why I say drawer with the ER, and I just do sometimes. But it's okay. It's okay. Drawer controller. But this requires redstone comparators, which require these nether quartz. Pure nether quartz. Yeah, we're not going to get that. But we need nether quartz. Now, nether quartz is a little bit convoluted. We can't just go to the nether yet, I don't think, to get some. What we can do, though, is grab some nether quartz from sieving. Sieving, we need to sieve soul sand, which means we need to make soul sand. To make soul sand, we can obviously craft it this way, but we don't have any of these dark sugar, and this all requires wither stuff. But there is another way. We can make it in a barrel by putting sand in a stone barrel that has witch water on it, which means we need to make witch water. Now, to make witch water is actually quite easy. First thing we're going to need is a stone barrel. Can we make a stone barrel from cobblestone? I can never remember. Doesn't look like it. So it looks like I've got to smelt up some stone, but that shouldn't take too long. I've got a furnace here that's got no fuel in it. Now that we've got the stone, all we need to do is craft up a stone slab, put that at the bottom, stone down either side, and boom, there we go. We have got our barrel. Now, if we look back at the soul sand that we need to sieve, we need to make soul sand. If you look, it actually, where is it? It's here, look. It actually requires witch water, and that's what we are trying to make, isn't it? So how do we get a witch water bucket? Well, witch water is actually fairly easy. The first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need yourself some water. Just put your water in a barrel. Then what you want to do is you want to grab some of these ancient spores. Ancient spores are found by sieving sand in, I think it's an iron stiffened mesh or better. Might be a flint one, but I think it's iron. And then all you got to do is right click the piece of dirt that's under the barrel. That'll turn the dirt to mycelium. And then this is going to start transforming that water into witch water. Now, this does take a little bit, so you might be waiting around a bit. But I do believe in this pack that mycelium spreads to adjacent blocks, but I'm not entirely certain on that one. But anyway, we're just going to let this do. It's worth noting that the more mycelium that you do have around this, the faster it is going to transform. Now, all we need to do is right-click a piece of sand in it, and there we go. We've got our soul sand. Now, this is a little bit tiresome, but you can set up a farm, and that is exactly what I'm planning to do right now. So for this farm, we aren't going to need too much, although I want to make mine quite big, so I'm going to need probably a little bit more than what a normal person would need. So first of all, what we're going to need is a sink, and I think I actually want to put this up one. I think what I want to do is that, and then we got one of these blocks we do, yeah. Put the sink there. I have some more of these blocks, good. We'll put the drum right here. This is going to be input and output, because remember, we need water to go into it. And then we need to take something out of it. So, we're going to get these stone barrels. What we're going to do is we'll just put them down like so. I need some more of these, but for right now, we'll just do this many. I can add the others between clips. So, we're going to put down the ancient spores, let that spread. Now what we need to do is we need to get water into these barrels. So I've got myself some fluid ducts. And what we'll do is we'll just pop these down going on top like so. And then we need a servo to tell it to extract from here. Extract. And then that should put water in these barrels. Great. Now we've got it going into the barrels. We need to take it out of the barrels. We're going to use fluid ducts again. So we'll just pop this down like so. Don't worry, this won't destroy the mycelium. And then we'll put a servo on here. And then we'll tell it to extract. This is not a hot liquid. It's not a cold liquid. So the regular fluid ducts will do. Boom, like so. And then we can take this and put this into the drum. And then once this is transformed into witch water, it won't try and pull the water out of there, by the way. It'll wait till it's transformed. Once this is transformed into witch water, then the witch water will end up in this drum right here. Now we've got the farm in place. We don't even have to do anything to it. We're just going to get... Sink is going to generate the water that's going to go to the barrels. And obviously the barrels are going to extract the witch water into here. We've got 12 buckets of it. But this is only the witch water side. We need soul sand. And I want to put the soul sand one over in this direction, I think. So this farm is going to require a few things. But one of the things I think we're going to need is what's called a crescent hammer. This allows us to sort of manipulate these a little bit. I'm going to need an item duct. I think I've already got a bunch of these. Good. But mainly we're going to need a couple of basic drawers, an iron drum, a couple of barrels. I think I'm going to make up one more stone barrel. So I'm going to put this over here. We are going to have to manually put the witch water into this, but we'll just switch out that drum with an empty drum. And I've got an empty drum right here. And we'll just keep switching them out and put it over here when we need some. We will set up a fully automated one later on. But right now, I'd like to have the option to actually use witch water for other stuff. So, first thing we're going to need is, this farm is going to need both witch water, sand, and it is going to output the soul sand. So, we're going to need an input for sand, an output for soul sand, and an input for witch water. So, I believe I've got everything that I will need. So, I'll just put the witch water down on here. We should see that filling up. Great. Next, we put the sand in the input chest. We should see that getting put in. Yep, soul sand was made. Looks like it's making its way there. It's drained the witch water. Now we should get soul sand in here. Eventually. Where's my soul sand gone? Where's my soul sand gone? Okay, let's just disconnect you. He's all inserting. There it is. It just took its bit of time. So how many did we get? We get 3 from that. Looks like this uses quite a bit of witch water. Anyway, I need to let the farm run a bit over there. So I'm going to get some more of this corridor put in place. So now with that room done, we can come over here and sieve this. This requires a flint stiffened mesh for some reason. Sieve it and hopefully get some reasonable quartz. We've got 3. I think we need 4 in total. There we go. There we go. We got 11. We'll finish this one off. And then what we need to do is we need to make up this drawer controller. And this thing is really kind of cool. I need a diamond and a basic drawer. So I've got that. We need these redstone comparators. I've made up the redstone torches already. We need 2 of these. We need a diamond. I think my diamonds are actually over here. Yeah, there's 1. Good. So we should be able to make this drawer controller up without any issue. And this thing is really, really cool. It allows you to interact with all the drawers from just one singular point. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. And we want to hook this up here. But first things first, I'm going to pop these down here. Because it needs to be touching drawers to actually, you know, interact with them. So, let's break you. That's a lot of stuff. Pop this down here. And now, actually, if I right click this, I should be able to just put literally everything away. We need a place for the cocoa beans. That's alright, we'll pop them down there for now. And that is all fantastic. Pick this up. Ah, brilliant. Brilliant. It's working so good. So there we have it. A fully operational tree farm. We've got our soul sand farm over there, our witch farm over here. I needed to edit this a little bit because this is filling up with water. But it's all done now. I need to get the torches put on here, but I don't have any coal, so I'm going to leave that for now. But, there's a case of wood there. But guys, that is going to do it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, do me a favor, leave it a like and hit subscribe. As always, I'm Casey, you're the old folks. Thanks so much for watching. Take care now. Bye.